Hey guys, it's yours truly. I'm actually doing this video on my bed because for whatever reason, my workstation lights are not functioning right now. So I'm actually doing this review video on my bed. So forgive the lack of lighting and other things that normally would be associated with a review video. I do apologize for that. I tried to troubleshoot the reason why my lights weren't working, but yeah, so here we go. So you guys saw my previous review video on the SEPTA uh, Comet cars from Rapido. These are the NJT cars from Rapido. So yeah, I do have NJT engines. I have about 5 of them, and I didn't have any coaches for them to run. So I ended up picking up this set tonight from Nicholas Smith Trains, and there are some spotting features that are different between the SEPTA and NJT cars. We'll just start with the cab car. So the noticeable thing is where the logo is. It's very legible, and the number on the front. Also, this is the first version of the cars here. So that when NJT got these, they didn't have ditch lights at the time. But later on in the years, they actually got ditch lights. But this is what they first looked like when they came out. And you have your separately applied etched metal wipers, grab irons. You have your functioning marker lights, headlights. These are really tiny strobe lights. I don't know if they are functional or not. It would be nice if they were. Then you have your 5-chime air horn. If you noticed on the SEPTA cars, there was an extra flare on the outside of the cab car, right in this area here. On the NJT, that is not there. Moving to the side here, you see that the number board is pretty similar to the SEPTA one, but not quite. Um, Moving along here, the NJT car's numbers are actually in the middle of the car, so one on each side, whereas the SEPTA car, you'd have the illuminated number board here. If I can get that to focus. You have the illuminated number board here, and then the stenciled number board at this end of the car. Um, Obviously, you have your crisp NJT logos here. And then what's the difference between the NJT cab car and the SEPTA cab car is both sides of the cab car have the split sliding window here. So you'll have that over here and one on the conductor side, whereas on the SEPTA one, you only have it on the engineer side. Over here you have your coach, which is pretty generic. It's just your standard coach. There are some things I did notice about this coach. I think it's on the other side. Is it on the other side? There is a dent on one of these on this coach, I think. And I'm trying to up. Yeah, there it is. So you see it right there. If you look at that little, there's a dent right there. That I'm not going to be complaining about because, you know, in real life these cars were in service and they did get into little scuffs and scrapes and whatnot. So I think that's okay for me. And then underneath you got your, you know, your conduits and your cables and your air tanks and so forth. Pretty identical to the SEPTA cars. Another flaw that I noticed, and this one's on the cab car, this back step here is at an angle slightly, which is not, you know, it's noticeable, but it's not super noticeable, but you notice it because the front one doesn't. Oh, the front one actually is doing that too, slightly. Um, so yeah, that's just a little bit of discrepancies I found with my set here. I didn't actually take out the third coach because it's not really necessary for me to take the third coach out because it's the same as this coach over here and so forth. But overall, I'm happy with these. I'm very happy. I'm glad I actually got these. I am planning on getting the second set. So this is set A. Then there's set B. So I'm gonna go back to Nicholas Smith and get set B in the next couple of weeks. It's probably gonna be for a birthday present because my birthday is coming up, and I did tell my mom about it, so she's probably gonna get that for me, and that way I have both NJT sets. Then my goal is to get extra coaches because I'm gonna need to make several sets for my engines because I do have 5 NJT engines that I want to have their own separate sets for. Some of them are probably going to be pull operation, and then the other ones are going to be push pull. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy how Rapido made these. Um, the other discrepancy is just like on the Septicars, the suspension details are actually part of the truck when it swivels instead of being attached to the body of the car or the frame of the car like the real ones. That's my other little discrepancy there. Functioning plow, obviously, you got your MU cables and HEP cables. All that stuff's nicely detailed. I think I had to change the couplers out on these cars because the springs in them for the couplers are not that good. There's not enough flexibility in them. I will see tomorrow how that works when I test run these with my ALP44. It'll actually be the first time my ALP44 has towed any type of NJT car in years. So, really looking forward to that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. Again, I do apologize that I'm doing this on my bed. I wouldn't be doing this on my bed if my lights for my workstation were actually functioning. So, I really do apologize for that. But I think this video is going to be a good video for you guys because you guys get to see what the cars look like and so forth. Um, Still happy that Rapido made these. Hopefully they bring out the other version of the Comet cars with the center doors because if they do, I'm definitely going to buy those because, you know, you got to have both. I mean, you can have one or the other, but I want to have both, honestly. So you guys be cool, and God bless, and I'll see you later. Bye, y'all.